Hey guys, this is Luke from Milton Ford Lincoln. We have filmed some great videos of our performance trucks, Harley-Davidsons, Shelbys, Black Widows, Raptors. Why don't you take a look at some of the best moments of our trucks? Thanks for watching. Today is something very special. It is a 2026 F350 Harley-Davidson pickup truck. Let's take a look. So when you're driving down the road in your bad boy Harley-Davidson, everyone is gonna know because you got the orange grille just beaming at you with the tow hooks. But if it's night, you can still blind oncoming traffic. Don't do it, I'm kidding, that's illegal. With your off-road LED headpipes. Customized Harley-Davidson hood, air intake. You can see the lift, the bumper they put on this. This thing is meant for off-roading and looks. Coming down the side, we have 37 inch tires off-road with a 22-inch Harley-Davidson custom rim. Under there, you can see, look at the size of these shocks. These are extremely large, backed by the Fox BDS suspension system. You have rocker running boards along the side with power tailgates, Harley-Davidson badging, your custom Harley-Davidson metal tonneau cover, LED taillights with the Harley-Davidson brand logo on the back. Trailer tow, because obviously if you have a Harley, you got something to tow. One thing I really love with the Harley is look at the size of this exhaust pipe. You can fit your whole hand down that thing. It is huge. It's got the custom orange Harley colors with the matte black finish around it. Really gives it a powerful look. You can see the Fox and BDS suspension underneath these. Well, you can barely see behind these 37-inch tires. These things are huge. And look at the load springs. Check out the luxury of this bed. Felt interior, so you could sleep in it if you want it, with bed lights, so you can see what you have in there at night, and a tailgate step, because it's pretty high up there. You don't want to tear your hip flexor getting in the back of this thing, so no shame in using a little support. Putting this back together, you can get a trim that has power tailgate. We opted just to stay with the regular tailgate with a slow release. But if you want to spend a little bit more, you can get the power tailgate. Beautiful back end, you know, one of a kind. Everyone knows you're driving a Harley looking at the back of this. And the best part is yet to come. Why don't we look inside? You know, you can't see it, but our camera guy's on his tippy toes, how high this is. It's a good thing they have a little handle here, or else you're gonna have to do a step-up lunge every time you get in this thing. But man, you are greeted with some really comfortable leather with a sport cloth similar to the ST trim on the inside. Custom Harley-Davidson badging on the seating, the orange trim all around, Harley-Davidson console, the Harley-Davidson side steps on the side. Now the car is basically a Lariat F350 that is upfitted from Ford. So you still have plenty of luxuries on the inside of the car. You have your adaptive cruise control, your lane centering, your drive modes, your trailer brake control, your pro trailer assist, your 360 camera, heated and ventilated seats, a wireless charging pad, plenty of room here in the console if you have a bunch of stuff to put in. A B&O sound system all the way around, a 12-inch display. So one thing I don't like, but maybe, you know, big Super Duty truck guys like, is the column shifter. Let me know if you would rather the column shift or the stick shift in the comments below. One thing I noticed this year I'm not too happy about, these little covers here used to be spring loaded. They've now kind of made it manual. Shrinkflation. Big corporations always out to get us. You can get a roof in it too. This one does not, but the power sliding back windows here. Auxiliary switches are on their way. They were delayed from the factory, but you will have auxiliary switches to be able to light up the front LED light bars, as well as any other retrofitted doomsday spotlights you want to put on this bad boy. The front also comes with a 120 volt plug and the old smoker's port, as I call it. You have your hidden compartment there for some extra storage, and the beautiful Harley badging on the front. I wish the Super Duties had the workplace console. Maybe you can get it. I don't know. It does not come with this one. But one thing I should note before we go check out the back seat is these come with adjustable, if you pick the right car, adjustable trailer tows. I don't know if you can see in the camera there. Perfect, yeah. So that when you're towing your boat, your trailer, maybe a trailer with your Harley-Davidson bike on it, who knows? You can see what's going on. Why don't we take a look at the back? Underneath the seats, we have fold down under seat storage. So if you want, you put your tools up here, you can lock it into place. If you wanted to lay something flat across the bed, you can put the seats up and have it there. Your power inverter is on the passenger rear side. So it might be hard to see because it's daytime, but there are LED lights underneath your side running boards so that when you make your massive leap up, you won't fall. It's a really good thing I skipped leg day, or else this would be very hard to get up here. But man, it is comfy back here. Very, very comfortable. I'm about 6'1". I was sitting in the front seat. I have about 4 or 5 inches of space, plenty of roof clearance lights. You have cup holders up here on the side, in the middle if you want. This is something you and 3 other adult males or females could enjoy comfortably. If you got a family and they're small, you could definitely fit them in too. Only the 2 outside have the sport cloth with the Harley-Davidson stitching in the middle. The rest of the seat is leather trimmed, and the middle seat is full leather trimmed with the Harley-Davidson stitching. You're gonna get rear heated seats, as well as 2 USB-C ports and a 120 volt plug in the back. Rear seat storage, more space down here. You could actually get 1 more cup. That's right, you could be Octodrink over here. Just juggling the amount of drinks you can put down here. But don't drink and drive, remember that, folks. Why don't we check out what's under the hood? So I had to get a little step stool to do this shot. But down here, you can see that we went with the 6.7 liter turbo diesel. Now you can get these ones in the gas versions and turbocharge them. We decided to go with the timeless 6.7 liter turbo diesel, giving you 475 horsepower and almost 1,100 square feet-pound of torque. We thought it was more timeless. You could tow more, but I have heard about the turbocharged gas ones getting up to 680 horsepower. But if you're buying a car like this, you're probably not buying it to drag race. You're buying it to make a statement. You're buying it to tow and be a real working man truck. But let me know in the comments, would you go with a gas? Would you go with a diesel? Is this too much? Or is just the right amount of truck? It's not very often we get these sort of pieces, but today I'm proud to show you our first 2026 F-150 Shelby off-road F-150. Shelby and Ford are iconic. This is an iconic truck, the creme de la creme. And today I'm excited to walk you around. Let's take a look. If you are in the market to buy, sell, or trade, please reach out to us. We have over 1,000 vehicles either in stock, incoming, or available to order. Click the link below and one of our sales associates will be happy to help you out. So as it's a Shelby, we decided to go, and our first one, we decided to go with the classic white with a blue stripe. You can customize your truck any factory color, and you can get the stripes in white, in black, in gray or silver, and blue. Now we have done some funky stuff. I've done a black Shelby F-150 with a customer wanted an orange stripe, but we can figure that out later. When you're looking at this truck, you know it's a Shelby. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It doesn't look like a regular truck. You are one of one. A raised truck with a lowered fender. The custom Shelby grille with the Shelby emblem. Air intake hood vents, and we'll get to the engine soon. We'll look at the, don't worry, take your time. And coming around, you can see The side fender flares painted, matched to the body color. The upgraded 22-inch rims, lifted shocks, 2.5 Fox shocks. As you can see in the back, performance shocks, very nice. And this is new to me. Last year was $775. I hope they're right, I'm pretty sure. This year it's been upgraded to 785 horsepower. 785 in a truck, that is insane. Now I can't show you how it drives because only our customer who buys this will be driving it. We will not be driving this. Walking down the side too, you can see the Shelby emblem on the side vents. You got the 360 cameras. What's really cool is this is a truck that can race, but also go off-roading. Here we have the rocker bar, and it's also your side step, but this is completely metal. It's meant to hit something, be taken off-road. This puppy is not only pretty, but it performs. Why don't we take a look at the back too? Looking at this is the epitome of Shelby. The white, the blue, the Shelby emblem. You have the upgraded Borla dual exhaust tips and an actual 100% waterproof tonneau cover. I know you guys get mad that it's water resistant. This is totally waterproof. And you know why? How I know? Because who would put felt in a truck? It's crazy. You could take a nap in here. And your golf clubs will never be dented from the bed truck. It is totally customizable. We've seen the BDS lift system. We've seen the Fox shocks. I briefly touched on these 22-inch black tires. There is an option to go a chrome tire if you like the more classic look. If you're in a sunnier state, here in Canada, we kind of like more black. But I could see a blue going really, really good with a silver. We wanted to go the contrast white on black with our rims. And you can see they're BF Goodrich tires, off-road capability. You know, it's not, if you're paying this much for a truck, you want the best ones. You got the BF Goodrich KO2 off-road tires, the creme de la creme. Let's take a look inside. So right when you open it, you're greeted with the customization of Shelby. Brake pedals are a chrome color metal that are adjustable, a little bit extra grip for your off-road capabilities. There is carbon fiber inserts along the dash, the steering wheel, the console, and the seats console are completely customized to Shelby. You can see the Shelby leather, quilted leather, very comfortable. When you hop in, comparing it to a 502A, feels similar, but the leather hugs you a little bit more. It's got a little bit more grip for the off-road capabilities. The carbon fiber is all around the dash, all the way to the corner. And you have the customized Carroll Shelby signature on the console with your Shelby F-150 number right here. So very authentic, very cool. In terms of technologies, it has the same technologies as a Lariat. So you're gonna have heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats, Blue Cruise, which is the hands-free driving on the highway, B&O sound system upgraded package, the moonroof, the full-size 120-volt charger, as well as the smoker port and a USB-C and USB-B charging port with a wireless charging pad. Why don't we take a look at the back? So as a 502A Lariat, you still have the under the seat storage we've shown in previous videos, but the back seats are unlike anything we've sat in. Customized quilted back seat leather, very comfortable. Moonroof all the way to the back, so you have the lighting. You can see the very nice red stitching on the front passenger seat, the carbon fiber insert on your cup holders, and you have heated seats, 2 USB-C, and a full-size charging port. No custom Shelby mats in the back, but if you're spending this much money, I'm sure you can figure something out. I think we should do what we've all been waiting for and start and listen to this puppy. Let's go do it. So we're gonna take it nice and gentle. but you're gonna hear the Borla exhaust in the engine when you start. Borla gives that nice sound, and then when you step on the gas, you are going to hear your supercharged engine. So here we go. There we go. I know you guys want to see the supercharger and the engine, so let's go take a look. Look at the size of this cold air intake. That is engineered with the hood up here to get as much cold air into the engine as possible. You can see these Shelby specific badging on your truck with your number so that you know it's been done professionally. And you can see this, the Whipple supercharger into the Shelby Performance V8. What a piece. This truck is incredible. For those who are considering Raptor Rs, this, in my opinion, is like the Raptor R, but slightly better. I mean, you comment below if you think I'm wrong. This is, to my opinion, more of a one-of-one truck. Only very few people get it. So as you can see from today, this is a one-of-one truck. In my opinion, if you're considering a Raptor R, you should very much consider one of these. There are a bunch of Raptors on the road, very few F-150s. If you want to show off to your buddies, this is the truck. Do you think I'm crazy for saying this is better than a Raptor R? Let me know in the comments below. 2026 Black Widow F-150. Let's take a look. If you are in the market to buy, sell, or trade, please reach out to us. We have over 1,000 vehicles either in stock, incoming, or available to order. Click the link below and one of our sales associates will be happy to help you out. The Black Widow F-150 is a totally customizable upfit on the F-150. So we have two XLT 302As that we have sent for upfit and customization, and I'll walk you through the subtle differences on both of them. But both trucks have a 6-inch suspension upgrade and lift in the front. On this one, we have 20-inch Black Widow rims. And on this one, we have 22-inch Black Widow rims. Both of them will have the customized Black Widow front grille, the Black Widow vents, Black Widow badging. And here are some of the subtle differences. You can get standard Black Widow running boards, or you could upgrade to the very nice power running boards. Make sure to wash these in the winter because all the salt in Ontario and gunk, they stop working if you don't take care of them. Making our way to the back of the truck, you can see the upgraded Fox shocks in both of the trucks, Black Widow badging. And because it's an XLT 302A, you can see there's the rear camera, the trailer camera. There's cameras on the side vents. Looking at the two different trucks, this is the base Fox shock, but both of the regular truck and the upgraded truck come with the Black Widow red brake calipers. This truck has been upgraded to the 2.5 Fox performance shocks. You can see a little thicker back here. Even though it's a 302A, the Black Widow is totally customizable on the inside. Why don't we hop in and take a look at the luxuries that's provided. One of the cool features of the Black Widow F-150 is that when you're opening the door, you're greeted with a custom lighting. When you open it, the Black Widow logo is down at the floor, projected beneath the door, and you have the red lighting below, illuminating the custom Black Widow door sill. Let's hop inside and take a look. So when you're getting in the Black Widow, you can really feel the difference. The seats have been upgraded. This is the red stitching leather upgrade for the seats. You can get silver. I prefer the red. I feel like it goes with the spider emblem a little bit better. It is the same as a regular 302A in terms of the steering wheel is leather, the dash, the 360 camera, but the console has been upgraded to Black Widow custom leather with leather stitching. The Black Widow will have all the drive modes, the technology, the Sync 4 that's in the XLT 302A. There are no upgrades in terms of that, but the comfort of these seats, I actually would say, are more comfortable than the Lariat and Tremor seats. Why don't we take a look at the back row? Sitting in the back, whew, it's comfy. Trucks, you know, the second row, plenty of space, but these leather upgrade seats really do add a level of comfort. One thing I will say is there's a pretty big price tag on these units. Rear heated seats would be nice, but you can always add that aftermarket if you do need. Because it's an XLT, there's no moonroof. I love the roof. For those, some of you don't, I understand. That's one feature I wish that this truck had. But for the quality of the interior and the price tag, it's something you can live with. These seats do fold up, and you have a small storage space under here. Not as nice as the larger storage, but it's something. You have two USB-C ports back here, as well as a full-size 120 volt plug. Why don't we check out the silver stitching on the other truck? Same concept as the red one, just colored silver. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. I like how the red goes with the red emblem of the Black Widow, but you're still greeted with the Black Widow logo and lighting, the red underlight. The one thing I will say, it's much easier to get into the other truck with the power running boards than the base running boards. A little bit of I'll call it a lunge almost up here. I'm gonna work on my glutes getting up here. But it's your preference. So you can go either or red or silver. So you can get the Black Widow with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. But personally, I think it's a little blasphemy. If you're gonna spend this money to upgrade it, you gotta get the V8. So it has the regular V8 from Ford, plenty of horsepower, plenty of torque, but there is an optional supercharged by Black Widow 2 if you want to. But even with the base engine, the exhaust sounds incredible. Let's turn it on and see how it sounds. Immediately looking at the Black Widow, you're greeted with a totally different truck. If you're a Tremor lover, this is probably a truck you could consider. Off-road capabilities, street styling, custom grille, a one-of-one kind of truck. I love the custom hood vents on the truck here, the Black Widow badging. I love the grille, and just that aggressive tire look and the side vents. So comment below, what color would you like on the interior? What running boards would you pick? How would you customize your Black Widow? The 2026 Ranger Raptor. Let's take a look. So the first thing you see with the Ranger Raptor compared to the other Raptors, the front end is much wider. You're greeted with the Ford custom Raptor grille, the performance LED headlights, the modular bumper, 360 camera comes standard, outer fender flares, KO3 off-road BF Goodrich tires with custom Raptor rims. You can upgrade to the beadlock rims if you wanted to. Down the sides you have Raptor side vents, hood vents, customized off-road Raptor running boards. These are good for if you're hitting hard rocks. You can hear this is very hard metal coated in some sort of rubberized material with the Raptor grilling on the bottom. At the back you can see the Raptor badging along the side of the trunk with also LED headlights and the rear view camera below the blacked out Ford emblem with the Raptor logo. In the bed, we have a standard 5.5 foot box, and all Raptors come standard with the 400 kilowatt Pro Power on board. So you can plug in your radio, your cooler, anything with a 120 volt you can plug in, have a nice little tailgate for yourself. Not a powered tailgate, I wish it was, but slow release so that if it does jar open, it doesn't slam shut. We have our tow hooks, a trailer hitch receiver, and two dual exhausts with active modes. When we turn those on, you'll hear the sound of it. Very nice performing. There's 360 sensors all around, forward performance splash guards below the tire, and the last 360 camera over here giving you a nice view, bird's eye, when you're backing up. Why don't we take a look inside and see what luxuries await. When you open your beautiful Ford Ranger Raptor, you have the Ford Performance badge right on the side step. Stepping into the Ranger Raptor, it has the performance leather seats that really hug you. It's meant for off-roading, going over bumps. You can really feel comfortable, safe, and secure while in these seats. You can also see the custom Raptor badging on the seat, the iconic orange leather, the stitching around. The stitching is all around the steering wheel, the vents, side vents. Very comfortable seat. Only heated. You would think spending this much, you might get ventilated. That's something we should let Ford know. But still very nice and comfortable seats. Steering wheel is performance steering wheel with a Raptor badging. Paddle shifts for those who want a little bit more control over their ride. The adaptive cruise control, lane centering, the Raptor mode, and the heated steering wheel, all available right in the steering wheel. It's actually a bunch of gadgets. You can turn the active valve exhaust mode right from the steering wheel. I like it that there's not a bunch of buttons I have to press in the center console. It's all right here for me to use. Down in the middle, we have a little bit of a interesting stick shift, not the normal one, but at least it's not a turn dial for a Raptor. You know, you're spending this much money, you want to feel that shifter in your hand. Down here you have your drive modes. You can go from 2 high, 4 low, 4 high, 4A. You can go slippery, sport mode, normal. They have the Baja mode specifically for the Raptor, as well as rock crawl. One very cool feature is if you're going forward off-road and you're not exactly sure what's in front of you, you quickly press this trail button and the trail camera will show up, and you can see as I turn the wheels, it guides me to where I'm going, as well as gives me the angles of my car. I can lock the differential to change my turns, or I can turn on trail control, which is like a one pedal drive for anyone who's EV. If anyone doesn't know what that is, it's basically you only use the gas, and when I let go of the gas pedal, it brakes for me. It stops you from having to go back and forth. A gas brake gives you a lot more control once you master it. Helps you really focus on the trail and not your footwork. You know, not all of us are athletes, little quick feet, you know. Some of us can only think so simple-minded. Steering wheel is heated as shown before. You have a 360 camera, as I will pull up. 1 second. 360 camera all the way around. And you can even use the trailer tow camera to back your hitch in. There is a wireless phone charger standard up here, as well as B&O sound system, and the customized Raptor winter mats come standard as well. Overall, this is not the same size as an F-150 or an F-150 Raptor. It's a little bit smaller, but it's nice for people who maybe want to spend a little bit less money, want that Ford Performance off-road experience, and maybe don't need as big of a car. Or maybe you have a spot in a parking garage or only so much room in your driveway. This would be a great vehicle for you if you were still looking for the performance. So why don't we take a look at the back and see how much space there is back there. One nice thing about the Ranger Raptor is you got custom storage underneath your second row for your tools, loose items, so they're not banging around while you're going over some jumps. So there are leather trim seats with the Raptor coloring, custom in all Ranger Raptors. It is built on the same platform as the Bronco and the Ranger, so I will admit it's not the most comfortable back here. If you were just doing a trail ride with some buddies or just cruising, this would be fine, but for a long trip, could get a bit tight back here. You could not fit 3 of me back here. If you had 2 kids, it would be very comfortable, but anything with 3 people, they better be small. They have a pull-down cup holder, a 400-watt plug back here, as well as a USB-C and a USB-B. B&O speakers back here as well. Seat storage. No roof on the Ranger Raptor, on this one at least. I don't know if you can get it, but if that's one thing I will say about the Ranger that I really like about the F-150 is you get the moonroof all the way back to the second row. Even if you could put a roof in this, all the Rangers, all they have is the kind of first row sunroof, not the same ground clearance. But this one does have the movable rear window, which might seem silly, but it is nice getting a little bit of fresh air. You can have all the windows up and this down if you wanted to, you know, freshen up the cabin, or if you had something long in the bed that needed to go in the truck, this window actually comes quite handy. Why don't we test out the exhaust? One thing you should note too, if you are big off-roading, there is multiple auxiliary switches, so you can light this thing up like a doomsday vehicle, throw all these switches on, and then you can also change the modes of your exhaust. So why don't we listen up? When you're buying a Ranger Raptor, the most important part is definitely under the hood. You have the V6 3-liter twin turbocharged engine putting up 405 horsepower and 430 square foot-pound of torque. You have the Ford Performance badging. This engine is the engine also used in the Explorer ST, much larger vehicle, so you get a lot of performance for a lighter vehicle. There's also specific calibrations you can get through Ford or aftermarket if you wanted to pump up the performance of this engine. Is 405 horsepower enough to justify the Raptor branding? Why don't you let me know in the comments below? I'm Luke McQuilkin. Thank you for watching.